Okay. And I watched Grease yesterday, like I said, for Jeff Conway's birthday. And I have not been able to finish it since his death, but I finished it yesterday for the first time in a while. And it's still one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Kaneki and Rizzo so much. It's unbelievable. Like, watching it younger, I didn't like them. But watching it now, they were perfect for each other in every way. So yeah, I do love them, and I love all the songs. I love the music. I love the dancing. Apparently, John Travolta took all the Jeff Conway's like moments. Not all of them. Well, then the Goose Lightning part. That wasn't supposed to be Danny. It was supposed to be Kanicki's number, and they gave it to John because John was like the bigger star out of the two. So they didn't give it to Jeff, but they gave it to John. Which I wish I had given it to Jeff Conway because I would have loved to see what he would have done with it. Like, hear his voice. I mean, he doesn't have any solo songs in this movie, and I really wish that they had given him that one because it was supposed to be his in the first place, but they gave it to John Travolta instead. But I know that Jeff was a singer. He's a dancer, obviously. He dances in the movie, but he does sing. But I wish he had his own song and his own moment. And Rizzo has her own moment. Sandy. Jeff needed his own moment, I feel, but they didn't give it to him. Um, I love all the pairings too. Like, I love Jan and Patsy, and I love Dewey and Frenchie. I love them. And then Marty and Sunny. I just love all of all the couples in this movie. I'm not really a huge fan of Danny and Sandy, which is probably really weird considering, this is what that's about. But I don't know. I just don't. Not my favorite couple in the movie. My favorite song in this is Summer Nights. I love that whole number, and it's my favorite. And then I also love There Are Worse Things I Could Do, sung by Soccer Channing as Rizzo, and I love that song. And I love Rizzo. She's like one of my favorite characters in movies of all time. One of my favorite movie characters of all time. She's just so strong and brave and dependent, and I love her. I like her so much. And I love Frenchie. Frenchie and Rizzo are my favorite Pink ladies, and then my favorite Thunderbird is Kaneki. Hands down, Kaneki is my favorite. And it wasn't. It was always Kaneki, even before Jeff passed. It's always been Kaneki, my favorite Thunderbird. Um, I just think Jeff is a stronger actor than the other actors, and he did a really good job with it. So. Uh, I don't think John Travolta's ever been attractive, but apparently he was a heartthrob back in his time. I don't know why. I don't think he was at all, but okay. Jeff Conway was attractive. This is the 20th anniversary edition. Of course, this has been more than 20 years now, but the time it was 20 years when I got this one, and they have interviews with the cast, and they have one with Jeff Conway, and he looks so healthy. Like, I don't know when he started his drug use, but he looks so clean and so happy and healthy, and he loved this movie. He loved working in this movie so much. It gave him a lot of happiness, and I don't know what went wrong after this, but and what went on in his life that got him to where he ended up. But he really loved this movie. He was like, he had so much joy just like talking about the production, and he just kept saying how much fun he had, and how much he adored the cast and the crew and everything. So he was like his best moment was on this movie. Um, but the whole cast said it was like the funnest thing they ever did in their whole career. They had so much fun together. And it wasn't like, they said it was more like summer camp than it was actually like working. They just like had a blast together. Um, but that's good. I like hearing that. I do. Because so much drama usually. And Night for God also has Frankie Avalon and Eve Arden and Joan Blondell. But Eve Arden, she was gorgeous her whole life, I think. In this, she was, cause she didn't look, I don't know how old she was supposed to be or how old she was, but she looked young. She looked really young in this, and she wasn't. um, but she just looks so pretty. I love her pearls, and I just love her look. She looks so classic. So, yeah. And of course, Frankie Avalon. I love Beauty School Dropout. That song, like, I love that number. I love that song. It always gets stuck in my head too. Um, but I think that's all for Grease. I think I could talk about it forever. I just love it so much. So, that is all. Goodbye.